I create follower of Osho. Nobody should be follower of Arun Swami. No? There is a wonderful master Osho. We should follow him. And Master Osho has all the color. His rainbow. No? There have been never a person like Osho in human history. There have been wonderful masters who have a synthesis of many paths. Otherwise, most of the master has one single path, like Buddha. Buddha has a path of meditation. He will not, Buddhists don't do kirtan, don't do arati, no? Don't do yogasana. No? His path is clear, his path of meditation. The Meera, Krishna follower, they have another path, ISKCON, no? Devotion, bhakti. They will become enlightened by bhakti itself. That's a complete path. Nothing is lacking in bhakti. Now, by bhakti, people have become enlightened. By meditation, people have become enlightened. No? By selfless service, people have become enlightened. So there are different paths, and there is no need, at least never become my follower. No? My whole purpose of my life is to make people follower of Osho, a most wonderful master. There never in human history there have been a rainbow of color. All the 7 colors is in Osho. No? If I look into the past, I find only 2 people who are very little bit close to Osho. One is Shiva, who is also a lover, also a meditator, also a tantric, also a yogi, and Krishna. He has also all the colors. In Gita you will find all the paths of Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. That's why it's a comprehensive, complete book. Gita is a complete book. So there is only two masters I see in the past with whom you can see that Osho is similar. Is Krishna and Shiva. But Krishna and Shiva also does not give so much freedom to his disciple as Osho has given to us. So Osho is unique. No? He has given us the total freedom. No, you have not to curtail any physical pleasure, any comfort, any luxury. No? You can enjoy the life fullest. And still you can be also disciple, and you can be a seeker of truth, and you can become enlightened. Bhagwan has talked about Sufi, about Lao Tzu, all the paths on which enlightened people has happened. Osho is a master in all the scriptures and about all the yoga, tantra, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, Ashtavakra Mahayoga. The one person cannot write commentary. Never in human history one single person has written commentary on Ashtavakra Mahagita and also on Meera and Sufi and saying of Jesus and Nanak. It has never happened. No? So Osho is a miracle. Osho is a miracle, and that's why he is the most misunderstood master in the world. No? And that's why it will take much longer time for humanity to evaluate Osho. He is a master of the future. Human consciousness cannot scale Osho. Our scale is very small, no? Maybe 100 years, after 100 years, no? The more intelligent people will come, more open people will come. They will understand Osho. At the present time, Osho is misunderstood in the mass. Only selected few, very intelligent and very open people can understand. Even in the country where Osho is born, a country of India which has a tradition of Buddha. No? There have been hundreds of Buddha, thousands of Buddha in India. Even the land of Buddha, that Osho is misunderstood in India. He is more recognized in Nepal than India. No? So, to understand Osho, you need a wide angle perspective, very wide angle perspective. With narrow mind, people cannot understand Osho. So he will remain, he is master of chosen few. No? Like Satya Sai Baba, he cannot be master of mass. No. When Satya Sai Baba was there, in every Nepali home there was Satya Sai Baba picture. I was a child, no? He was master of the masses. Osho will never become a master of the masses. General people don't have that intelligence. It is too much to ask for them to understand Osho, no? So, Osho is a master of all the path. Why? Osho said that because he has delayed his enlightenment. He said that he is meditating even before Buddhas. And in many life he was a follower. In many life he was following Buddha's path in Tibet. At least 3 lives he has talked about. 2 lives, Karmapa said that he was master in Buddha in Tibet. One he said he was born in India. He followed Bodhidharma he was a court traveler with Bodhidharma. So 3 lives though he has mentioned that he was associated Buddhist path, no? Then many life he was in Tantric. In some life he was a Sufi follower. So he has all the colors. He can talk with authority. On different paths. There have been never any person like him in the human history before. So that's why he will be misunderstood by mass. That is, people say sometimes he talks about sex, and sometimes he talks about samadhi, sometimes he talks about yoga, sometimes he talks about devotion, no? So people, if you search for contradiction, there are people who are only searching contradiction. For them, Osho literature is fine. No? You can find hundreds of contradictions there. No, because he is talking about different paths. So follower, never say that you said I am a real follower of Swami Anand Arun. No, I said my real lover, my real friend will follow Osho. Anybody who loves me, anybody who has little bit respect for me, anybody who has little bit trust on me, he should follow Osho. Say you are picking one strange type of spirituality path in Osho community, you are starting Patanjali Yoga, yes. This is the only commune, these are the Nepalese commune, where we start our day with Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Buddha. then we do dynamic meditation, then we do Patanjali yoga, and then we listen to Osho that we do Sankhya yoga. No? And in the evening, we whole day we do Kundalini and Nataraj Nath Brahma, and in the evening we do Aarti. No? So I am criticized. I can understand the people who criticize me. They cannot understand what mess you are creating. No? I am so much criticized in India by my own old friend because of Aarti. No? They said that Aarti, you are making Osho, Osho path a Hindu path. What is wrong in Hinduism? In Hinduism there is a lot of good things. In Islam there is a lot of good things. We should follow all good things from different paths. No? You are starting to tell about Panchasheel, yes, because that's very... The book Panchasheel I have written by order of my own master. Bhagwan has ordered me that you talk about certain discipline for seekers, for new seekers. Then when you climb a staircase, you need railing. No? If you are veteran in climbing, maybe you can climb without a railing. No? If you climb very high staircase, you need some support. No? Discipline is needed in the beginning for all seekers. Some support is needed. Once you become master, then you don't need discipline. Then your life becomes itself a discipline. But in the seekers on the path, in the beginning, they need some discipline. They should be advised that you should wake up as early as possible, and you should do meditation on daily basis. Then you should avoid alcohol and drugs as far as you can, because that does not help in meditation. If you can become vegetarian. So these are some fundamental basic help, support which is needed in the beginning. No? That's why the Panchasheel is there. No? Once you become mature in meditation, throw away that book. That book is not forever. It is for the beginners. No? They need some support. Once they become mature in meditation, they will find out their own discipline. You are making many temples of Osho, other masters like Shivpuri Baba, Kabir. Yes, in Tapovan there is a temple of Shivpuri Baba. Recently we have made a temple of Kabir, and there is statue of Krishna, Jesus, Shiva, here also, in this commune also. It is because they wanted to come into commune. It is Shivpuri Baba wanted to come and bless us. I wanted to live with us. That's why we have made a temple of him. Kabir, you don't know how much I was Kabir was in my mind, and we are doing Kabir Kirtan for months in our Osho Samadhi. The people who live in Tapovan, they know. The Kabir wanted to come there. For one whole year we were doing every day Kabir bhajan and Samadhi. No? So these because these temples are very charged, because it is not man-made. I have not made it. The Kabir wanted to come here, come there. No? So there is a temple, and this temple is very charged. We have recently made a Buddha temple in Lumbini, our commune in Jetwan. The day the Buddha statue came there, it is largest Buddha statue in marble in Nepal, 9.5 feet. The most beautiful Buddha statue in marble in anywhere in the world, a smiling Buddha. Buddhists will not agree with me. Buddha should be serious, but Osho Buddha is smiling. So a smiling Buddha. The day the statue came, we all felt so much energy. Normally, a temple needs years to get charged. If you do lot of devotion, puja, purification, pran pratishtha, there are signs how to charge a temple. It takes years to make a temple charge. Even if you do the pran pratishtha, then you have to follow the path. Some deity are related with just a Shiva temple. You have to chant Om Namo Shivaya. No? There are special mantras, there is special color, there is special rituals to follow to charge their temple according to their tradition. No? But Buddha himself wanted to come in Lumini, so the moment a statue came, we all feel so blessed out. It's a new temple, and anybody who has even 1% of sensitivity, I invite him to come to Lumini in our Buddha temple. If we have 1% of sensitivity, he will appreciate my effort that I have made a wonderful thing. That Buddha temple in Lumini. No? I don't need 10% of sensitivity. Even 1% sensitive people have cried there. The day a statue come there, you see the videos. People were crying out of joy. So these are not my creation. These are the existential command. They desire. People will not understand this language, but the master wanted to come there. That's why there is a Buddha temple in Lumini and Kabir temple in Tapovan, and many more temples are coming. I don't know. No? I don't know. It is not. I will be compelled. No, I will be compelled. Then I will create, and then I will be criticized. I am ready to that for that. No, then you are making Hindu temple, you are making Buddhist temple, and you are right that people will confuse. No, I have an idea of future. I have no idea of future, but I would like to tell one thing in front of you. After you, there is also many possibility of dividing the followers. They are already divided in my lifetime. Why to wait for my death? They are already divided. No? You talk to them, they criticize each other, no? And they criticize me also. Who trust you? Somebody take only Aarti, some group take Panchsheel, somebody don't take Panchsheel, some group catch only yoga. Yes, that's going to happen. It's going to, nobody. Yes, the most Anandaro. It has always happened. I cannot avoid it. Some take only meditation and somebody take only kirtan. Yes, I am a real follower, and somebody will tell that I am a real follower Swami. Those who will tell that they are real follower Swami, they have misunderstood me. I am not a master. I have no right to ask anybody to follow me unless I become fully enlightened. I am on the path. I am sincerely working for that. Most probably before I leave my body, I should attain that. Before becoming fully enlightened, nobody has right to say that you follow me. Because if you are not enlightened, you are you yourself is under the grip of your mind. You are slave of your mind. You yourself a slave of mind. What right you have to tell others to follow you? You are following your own mind. If somebody follow you, both will go in. Andhe andha theliya, dono kood padan. No? I myself is not free from my mind, so I have no right to tell anybody to follow me. No? I am a devotee of Osho. I am lover of Osho. And I know that there has been never anybody like Osho, and I can request, I can advise, I can inspire people to follow Osho. That is the objective of my life. For that single purpose I am living. No? Anybody who thinks that is my follower, he is devaluating me. I am not worthy to ask anybody to follow me, just in a nutshell. What is going to happen in future? You said you don't know What is, you don't you said, I have no any idea of future. Who has idea of future? Tell me. Future is a mystery. No? Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow. Even the best astrologer cannot give you 100% correct prediction about future. Future is unknown. So that is the beauty of life, that we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So we should be conscious and ready to welcome what today it was very sunny. We could see the whole Himalaya. Who knows, tomorrow may be cloudy. No, nobody can predict. So that is the beauty of life, that life cannot be predicted. It is a mystery, it will always remain a mystery. Nobody can demystify world, this life. No? Well, life is a mystery and it will always remain mystery, and this is the beauty of life. And we should appreciate that beauty of life.